I don't even know where to start with this car, honestly. But, so, I'm going to start taking it apart. That way I can get that motor into this car, because apparently this one has like a stripped, like the threads from the oil pan to the block are stripped on one side of the oil pan. So it leaks hella oil. So I'm just going to start taking everything apart, pretty much the whole front end. That way I can, I don't know, so I can figure something out on how I'm gonna do this. The coilovers are seized on this car, so, and the wheels rub in the inner wheel well, so it's kind of hard to steer. But yeah, what a beauty. Ugh. But anyways, I think what I'm gonna end up just doing today is gonna take off the whole front end, and then unplug everything from the wiring harness. That way I can have it to the side, and that way she can be prepped and ready for whenever I have like a second pair of hands to actually pull the motor. The hardest part for me usually when I pull these 1/8 is just getting the bolts from the downpipe off. That way I can obviously get the motor out. But everything else should be simple, except I will have to buy a new bolt for these axles because I've never dealt with that. But I know the 20th anniversaries, the GLIs and the R32s come with that bolt Allen for their axles, so I don't know. But other than that, that's all I'm gonna be doing with this car, and then that'll be it. So not even 2 seconds in and I already ran into a problem, which is that this car is low. Like, I realized that already, but like I can't even get my jack underneath it. So I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I'll figure it out. I got the car finally jacked up. It was a little hard just because of how low it was, but I've been a little bit of the pinch weld in the middle, and on these they're super like delicate. I don't recommend a lot of people to do them, but I mean I couldn't get this car up otherwise, so yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is take off the whole front end, and then just take off probably like the intake, all the little wiring harnesses, the N249, everything. That way she's just pretty much just gonna get prepped today. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the motor out today. I mean, if I got time, I'll do it, but I don't know. For now, I think she'll be fine. These coilovers don't even have a second spring. If I'm not mistaken, they're supposed to come with 2 springs. They're Racelands, obviously, but I think they were taken out by the previous owner. I don't know. So the way I'm doing it today is I'm actually doing it very kind of lazy. I'm gonna take everything off together and not separate everything. So the headlights are gonna stay in, the crash bar is gonna stay in with the whole front clip. It's gonna come off together. Obviously you disconnect the headlights from the back. You take the 10s off from 1, 2, right there on top, and then you take off the 4 little bolts that hold the condenser to the actual like front clip part itself. That's how I'm gonna do it this time, just because I'm kind of lazy, and I want to see if it's a lot easier for me to actually just pull off together and put it on all together at once. So I am a little bit dumb. So these 2 13s both have to come off. The T30s that hold it onto the actual front clip itself do not. It's just because these hold it into the frame rails, so that's why they have to come off. And just to show you how easy it is, that's how easy it is. And you have now so much room for activities that you can work on it any way you like. Me personally, I like working on it like this because I have way more space to do things. But yeah, some people don't, some people do. I do. So just to show you guys, these are where the 2 13s go, and what separates this to this is the 2 little T30s that go right here. These are the 13s for the frame, and those again are for the T30s. Now what I'm gonna actually do is, well, since all this is already disconnected and kind of like broken, I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit more and actually just start disconnecting all the sensors, disconnect the wiring harness for the coil packs, and then just start getting it pretty much prepped for a pull out. That's what she said. These two bolts over here are the motor mount on the driver's side, and then the passenger side ones are right under this reservoir. Yes, you have to move this reservoir to get to the I think they're 19s, if not 17s, to pull the motor out for sure. So I have no words right now. Everything was coming off super easy. Then I run into the problem where someone put silicone on, I believe it's the cam follower sensor, or the cam sensor. They put silicone on it, and this is what actually ends up happening. The actual connector broke off. So now I have to go get a new sensor, and possibly, if I wanted to, probably just, if I can't get this out, probably splice this up and then wire a new connector on there from like the junkyard or something. But please, if you guys are working on cars and you guys literally, if it's like loose and you lose the O-ring inside of this, please don't silicone this or any connector, please. Not surprised. So lucky enough, I got it out, and like I said, it's just because it doesn't have an O-ring. Where did the connector go? Just because it didn't have an O-ring on it, I decided to silicone it. I might as well just replace it and get a new connector, but I don't know. We'll see for now. We'll see. What a day. I need to go to the parts store and get some 10 millimeters because apparently I ran out of all my 10 millimeters. So I needed a 10 millimeter to get this tray out so I could pull the wiring harness over and get some 10 millimeters for the temperature coolant bypass. That thingy, I forgot what it's called. And the coil pack harness that has like a couple 10s right here, 10 right there, 10 right there. I'll finish this up tomorrow. I have the day off still, so I have time. Today I don't have Shane, but I have my little helper right here, just my little brother. It's very windy. It's also Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. This is the progress that we've made so far, just because we've been taking our time. So Shane disconnected everything from this side, so nothing is actually connected from it other than just the motor mount. I still have to get the exhaust and then just this driver's side motor mount and the axles. Where are they at? Can't even see. Have to disconnect the axles and then the dog bone. And this motor's pretty much all ready to get pulled out. So a little bit more progress. We took off the driver's side axle, which is completely destroyed on both boots. No surprise, but now to just take off the passenger side one. Just finished up with the passenger side axle. Now to get the dog bone right there with the 213s, because apparently this car didn't come with 216s and I believe it's 16s or 15s right there on the actual transmission portion of the dog bone. But yeah, so now to get those 213s, and this motor can sway back and forth. You guys want to see something super sexy that you probably won't even believe yourself? Look at that kink. Look at the kink. This is the oil return line for the turbo, but look at the kink. Bro, what? So excuse the wind. I'm trying to block it off as much as possible. But so we got the dog bone off. Can't even see it. Okay, yeah, right there. So we got the dog bone off. The motor pretty much is ready to come back off. I'm taking off the exhaust manifold bolts, and again, with no surprise, they're pretty loose, like very loose, like no type of force whatsoever to like turn them. And yeah, so I think the motor's gonna come out today. What do you think? So I'm pretty sure that this motor's gonna come out today, and me and my minion are gonna pull it, and this is gonna be his first ever engine pull. So hell yeah, let's get it. Damn, this wind. So downpipe completely unbolted. It's all loose, ready to go. I think what's next is I'm gonna get the 15s off this condenser, and I'm going to take this off. That way it doesn't come off with the whole motor. If that makes sense. But yeah, a little bit more of an update, just to show that he does work. Look at him. Yeah. So, got the intercooler off, got the piping off, got the AC system to the side. Got her a little bit of pressure on it. Nah, do it with the ratchet still. Everything's clear from the bottom. The power steering is unhooked. Now, just pull the motor. Motor number 2, pulled. Now to clean it up, swap everything over, keep the good stuff, and definitely clean everything. Just so you guys know, since I don't have any heavy lifters because of those 2 little minions, I had to drag that hoist, which is not built correctly because whoever built this, the legs are not put on correctly, so it was a struggle. From over there, all the way over here. And I will show you how I did it. Just made it super easy. So I got this strap and I was in the middle. Like this. So if you guys are ever by yourself and can't pull a motor, just do that and walk backwards. Get a workout. Oh. Motor 2. It's in a assigned location where me and Shane will probably be taking it apart. Hopefully tomorrow, since today is Thanksgiving, I can go buy some bolts. That way I can put this on the engine stand, get it cleaned up, and start stripping it from the automatic specific parts. Tomorrow my buddy Matthew is probably gonna come, and that way we can pressure wash this one. That way we can clean up this one, and we can clean up the engine bay for this. It should be up and running, I would say. How long you think?
A week.
Okay, so hopefully like in a week I can get this car back up, bolted on with a new used motor that works. Hopefully, I'm praying it works, and that way I can get it ready to get smogged, register it, and fly down the road with it. Thank you for watching.